Hey, so welcome to another Match Duel Replay commentary video. Now, no, I'm not showing this one at all, but everything above it, I will be showing this one. And another reason why I'm doing this is because obviously it's Friday, I need to work on a video, but at the same time I don't want to put too much work into one because, again, I'm still working on other stuff as well, so it's like, including that Touhou Theory video I kind of hinted at a little bit ago, but yeah. That's why I'm doing this, so I can like clear these out, and because the Dual Triangle event's going on right now, so I want to clear my replays out as much as I can to, yeah. But, anyways, let's go ahead and watch this one. Okay, so you're gonna look at my hand and immediately say, see, like, yep, you know what's gonna happen. You know the standard, like, combo I always do? The standard combo? When I go first, at least. You know, we summon evil Twinkies are killed and first, and then little, you know the standard stuff I always do. When going first. And with this deck, I do want to go first. But yeah, unfortunately, this is really all that happens. Because they're gonna do that. And yeah, obviously it's a raw player. So yeah, they're doing the standard like raw Winged Dragon of raw stuff, summon stuff. But this is when I say no to that. And they are playing Gold Sarcophagus stuff as well. And you know, and if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, you know if you destroy King Sarcophagus, you know, stuff like that, which I am about to do, there's nothing your opponent's going to be able to do afterwards, which is going to result in that. Yep. Again, if their King Sarcophagus is destroyed, there's nothing they can do, and then, yeah. Really good hand here, by the way. Really good hand. You know, saying Trap Trick stuff. They're gonna try to... I'm gonna try normal summon Pudica, try to get Trap Trick Garden. However, since I have Ash, it gets negated. Which, again, is fine. Because as you can see, I got Parallel XC, so I could still, like... XZ. I'm going to Link Summon into Sarah. Which is, again, it's fine, which a lot, and because I have Parallel Exceed in my hand, if I Link Summon a monster, I can special summon Parallel Exceed from my hand. And the issue and the problem with that is if I do that, its attack gets cut in and defense get cut in half from 2,000 to 1,000. But it does allow me to special summon my second Parallel Exceed from the deck, which I am going to then exceed summon into Rafflesia because of course, smart play and then set a card because it's all I could do. Unfortunately. So fucking sick of elemental hero players, dude. I really am. So you know I'm immediately going to Ash this. It's like I played Trap Tricks. You should probably know I'm. Unfortunately, yeah. And the reason why my Sarah got attacked twice and didn't get destroyed because even though I don't have a Trap Trick Garden, is because Rafflesia protects my Trap Tricks monsters from being destroyed. By battle or card effect. Only my Rafflesia can be destroyed by battle or card effect while it's on the field. Even when I don't have Trap Trip Garden on the field. So a little tip there for you all. And now I'm going to link summon to Kolaria. Which is something I actually never do. I never link summon into Kolaria. But this time I did it for good reason. I'm gonna destroy that to do extra damage. And that's it. Now I'm gonna special summon Pudica to banish you. Even though I really don't need to. It's not gonna do anything, it's just gonna allow that to happen. But I'm gonna train this. Which is exactly why I special summoned Pudica, because obviously if a special summon monster activates effect, I can activate this, obviously negate, and then destroy the monster, which is exactly what's about to happen. So me special summoning Pudica from the graveyard with Kolaria's effect was a good idea. Now they're going to immediately Raigeki. They're going to Raigeki. Which, again, as I mentioned before, only my Rafflesia can be destroyed by battle or card effect while it's face up on the field, even though I don't have Trap Trip Garden on the field, which is why I kept my Kolaria and my Pudica. They were protected because of my Rafflesia. And as soon as they realize that, they're like, oh no. So I'm gonna normal summon Vesicula, do 3,200 damage, go into main 2, XZ summon into Pinguacula, activate her effect, detach Vesiculo. I'm gonna get negated here, but again, that's fine. They top decked that on their turn, by the way. I'm gonna special summon Rafflesia right back from the graveyard just because. Even though my Rafflesia doesn't have any materials, the protection is still there. She just can't be. She can only be targeted by trap hole coins. But that's not gonna. I'm gonna Trap Trick to banish a bottomless trap hole, which is going to allow me to set my second bottomless trap hole. Then they're going to Miracle Fusion this guy, which I'm immediately going. They're going to activate Pinguacula. Then I'm going to bottomless trap hole their monster, banish it, and it's going to result in them surrendering. But yeah, I banish their monster, which allows me to add And because I activated Pingua Kula's second effect, I was able to attach a monster from their graveyard or banished zone to Pingua Kula as material. And the reason why my Bottomless Trap Hole stayed on the field even after I activated it was because one of Kalaria's effects allows me to, if Kalaria's on the field, it allows me to like set a trap I already used that turn, which obviously my Bottomless Trap Hole. And they misplayed. They knew they were going to lose. They knew that it was over. There was nothing they would have been able to do. They lost. I'm just sick of playing against elemental heroes, man. I really am. And now we get into some White Forest shenanigans. And I said I was gonna. When I said I'm going to just use White Forest more often, a bit more now, I meant it. I meant it. And this is a really good hand, because obviously I'm going to set 4. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to set 4. Toy Tank was set. My 2 spells and my 1 trap was also set. And then I activated I normal summoned a Stellar. Activated Stellar's effect to special summon a White Forest monster from my deck by sending a face down card from the spell trap zone to the graveyard, which I chose Toy Tank. And the reason why I chose Toy Tank, obviously, is because I can special summon my Toy Tank from the graveyard. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to activate Lucia's effect by sending a spell or trap to face down to the graveyard. Obviously, I'm going to do this because it's just going to come right back. I'm going to draw a card, activate that to set it. Now, I'm going to Synchro Summon. And since I'm using White Forest, going first, you know exactly what I'm Synchro Summoning. And then I'm going to special summon Diabellstar by sending a card from my hand or field to the graveyard. Obviously, I choose my 1 trap, set this. And then my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna negate that. Trash. And now, because I did that, my Barone no longer has a negate. I'm gonna activate to do that. Then they're gonna activate this, which is fine. And then I'm gonna do like some crazy like trap shit. Do it like I did turn 1. Activate a Stellar's effect after I normal summon, sending a spell trap to the graveyard. Special summon Sylvie from the deck. Then activate her effect. And then chain this and set it right back to my field. Then, chain my Stellar in the graveyard, which is going to allow me to special summon her from the graveyard. And I'm going to draw a card, obviously. Control level 6 or higher illusion spellcaster monster, which Diabellstar is, so I'm immediately going to activate it, destroy the monster. Then I'm going to Synchro Summon once more. Get Barone back on the field. And since Barone came back to the field, I once again do have the negate. Barone gets the negate back since it came back to the field. Obviously, I'm going to destroy that because I knew exactly what it was. Because, again, I sent it back to his face down, back to his spell and trap zone. So I knew exactly what it was, so I destroyed it. And I'm gonna do a lot of damage, 5,500 damage. And then they're gonna activate that. But I'm gonna activate this. Sending my Barone to the graveyard to negate the field spell. Which, yeah, they can only set. And now, I'm just going to normal summon Sylvie, activate effect to add this to add my second Beware the White Forest, which again, control level 6 or higher. Level 6 or higher, illusion spellcaster monster. I can destroy one monster, destroy one card on the field. Obviously, you know I'm going for the monster, but I'm going to do some special summoning stuff just because. I don't need to do this. This is overkill, but you know I'm getting Chaos Angel on the field just in case. Then I'm going to banish that. And go for game. Completely unnecessary to me. I could have just attacked with Diabellstar. I could have attacked with Diabellstar. That would have been all I needed to do. But no, I just decided to just banish the field spell with Chaos Angel just because. Again, it might have been a while since I used White Forest. Well, I say that now, but I have a lot of Master Duel footage, and not just Master Duel footage, but a lot of Street Fighter footage saved as well. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. About as much footage as I had for Melty Blood, which is why it took me like 3 weeks to make that almost 3-hour long Melty Blood video. I about that much footage from Master Duel saved, and it's not ranked to duel, it's just me against a friend, so yeah. I use White Forest in the footage, so yep. Anyways, on to the next one. Okay, Malice. It's Malice, dude. Okay, it's Malice against White Forest. Obviously, you saw I won this, so. But I'm going to show it anyway. I'm going to show it anyway. Obviously, they're going to do like the standard Malice. They normally would do the standard Malice stuff, but they had Lingaribo, which is all they could do. In real time, when I was playing against this guy at like, I think it was like 2 in the morning or something like that. I'm like, wait, Lingaribo, that's it? What kind of Malice player are you? What? I was confused, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, okay, they're gonna try to Max C me, I'm gonna say no. Max C still needs to be fucking banned. It needs to be banned. But obviously set 2, just because normal summon a Stellar. You know the drill, send a face-up card from... Well, a face-down spell trap from the... Spell trap to the graveyard. They're gonna Ash me, which unfortunately sucks. But I'm gonna do that. Activate Triple Tactics Talent. Draw 2 cards. Which, and by the way, I'm gonna say this right now. The White Forest deck is the only deck I have that utilizes this card. No other deck utilizes this card, only this one does. So, and I rarely have it in my hand, so obviously this card is rare for to see. Replay. And then they're gonna do like some draw and Lockbird, which sucks because that means I can't draw. I can't add any cards to my hand for the rest of the turn. Then they're gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon a White Forest monster, and then which is going from the deck. They're going to try to max C a second time, but I drew called by from my triple tactics talent, thankfully. So and again, max C is semi-limited to 2. And if you look at the graveyard, that's 1. 2 Maxis. Both the Maxis are in the graveyard now, so they don't have any more. I completely just stopped both of them. I'm not gonna let them draw cards. I know better than to let a Malice player do that. Then, after Sylvie, special summon Sylvie, Synchro summon immediately because I get to do that. Gain 500. Yep. I'm gonna do that. You know, standard stuff. And then I'm affect Valor the card, so their effect is going to get negated. And now you can look. I mean, I get a card to my hand, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, special summon a Stellar in defense because it's a smarter play, and they're gonna link those 2 monsters away. Do that. I could do this. Negate this monster's effect by sending a Synchro monster and from the field to the graveyard. And because I do that, I have beaten Malice without evenly matched. I had the absolute perfect hand to do that. That is beautiful. The absolute perfect hand to absolutely obliterate Malice right there. Without evenly matched. And now we're going back to the twins. And Snake Eye. But mostly your twins. They're making me go second, which I can still win with this, even in 1 turn, which I'm pretty sure I actually do here. If I remember, I do in fact win in my first turn. I just prefer to go second. Unfortunately, and it's a Dark Magician player, and I know how to play Dark Magician. So, you know, they're going to do the standard Dark Magician stuff, you know, normal summon the rod, add Dark Circle, the Soul Servant, you know, stuff like that. Obviously, gonna do that. Go draw Dark Magician, you know. Again, standard stuff. But then that's it. And again, they're playing Dark Magician. They set a card face down. Whenever this happens, it is almost 100% Eternal Soul. And what Eternal Soul does is, if Eternal Soul gets its face up and it gets destroyed, it destroys all the monsters that person controls. So like you can have like your all your monster zones, even your one extra monster zone, like, filled up, but Eternal Soul gets destroyed, every single monster on your side of the field gets destroyed. Again, you have to be the one who has Eternal Soul face up. I remember exactly how I win. And how I do win here, I do technically win in one turn, but it's not exactly the way I always win in one turn. No, obviously, I'm gonna do Secret Password to bait out an Ash, or an Ash. They don't have an Ash, which now is going to allow me to do my normal combo. No, Link Summon Lilith first, and then do that. Now they get Eternal Soul. This sucks for me, because they have Dark Magical Circle. And what Eternal Soul does is it allows the person who controls Eternal Soul to special summon Dark Magician from their hand or the graveyard. And because they did that, while Dark Magical Circle is face up on the field, they're going to banish a monster. They're allowed to banish a card from my side of the field, which, unfortunate for them, they choose my Live Twin Lilith Treat. And the reason why I say it's unfortunate for them is because they should have gone... Because regardless of what they picked, they were not winning. So obviously I'm gonna Live Twin home by sending away my Live Twin Lilith. And you're probably thinking, why did I send my Live Twin Lilith from my hand to the graveyard? Because if you look at my hand, I have Diabellstar. Not only do I have Diabellstar, but I've got this card, which is going to allow me to send a face-up card I control to the graveyard to special summon a Snake-Eyed monster. And now, for those who remember, a hand like this is absolutely what I need to OTK my opponent with 10,200 points of damage. However, that is not how I win this time. That's at all. I win because I'm going to special summon a Lilith monster from the deck. Which, again, Live Twin Lilith, so even then, like, it's still worth it. My Lilith Tree's gonna get banished. And now, you know, the standard, like, combo I always do. Do that, Link Summon the Pizza Kill. Special Summon Lilith from the graveyard. Bam. Activate Destroy Eternal Soul, which in turn is going to destroy their monsters. Then Link Summon. You know, again, standard Live Twin stuff. Standard Live Twin stuff. But because I already activated Lilith's effect, I can only activate Kisakill's effect. Do that, banish Sunny, send that Twins to the graveyard, get rid of Circle. Special summon the Twins. Bam. Activate that. I misplayed here. Like, I technically did misplay. I misplayed here. Because I didn't want to send the Twins to the graveyard. And the reason why I say I misplayed is because I wanted to special summon Diabellstar first by sending this to the graveyard. Then activate this, targeting my Diabellstar, which would then allow me to perceive what I'm doing, while I kept the Twins on the field. You know, and you know, standard Snake Eye stuff, you know. If you've seen me play before, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Again, standard Snake Eye stuff. Now is when I send my trap to the graveyard to special summon Diabellstar. Again, and I wasn't completely honest with all of you. I do what I normally do, except again I kind of misplayed. But at the same time, I don't really do damage because they surrender immediately because they knew they lost. They were about to take 8,300 points of damage instead of 12,000, instead of 10,200. 8,300. That's 1,900 less attack points than normal. But again, I say I wasn't completely honest. I did have game, like I had more than enough to completely wipe out all 8,000 of their life points. I just didn't get the chance to because they obviously surrendered. So it's like, well, oh well. I get to go first, which unfortunately, this hand not the best. They're going to Max C, which I'm immediately going to say no to. And then I'm going to activate Seeker of Sinful Spoils, which is going to allow me to set Diabellstar monster from my deck or graveyard. Well, add Diabellstar from a deck or graveyard to the hand. Obviously, I'm going to choose vanilla Diabellstar, the Black Witch. And it's a good thing I had Called by the Grave in my starting hand. Otherwise, they would have gotten a shit ton of cards. Because that's one card they would have drawn. Activate, you know, standard Snake Eyes stuff. 2 cards they would have drawn. 3 cards they would have drawn. 4 cards they would have drawn. And this would have made 5 cards. Like, holy shit. It's a good thing I had Called by the Grave in my starting hand. They're using Dragon Mage, which is fine. I have a lot of experience with Dragon Mage. Like, I used to play Dragon Mage. But yeah. Again, I used to play Dragon Mage, so I know what they're trying to do. And I also have a lot of experience against Dragon Mage. Except this Dragon Mage player is very different from, you know, your standard, like, Dragon Mage player. Because your standard Dragon Mage player only really uses the structured decks. But I'm going to, since Snake Eye Ash was special summoned, I can add a Snake Eye a level 1 fire monster from my deck to my hand. Obviously, Snake Eye Oak is banned for whatever reason, so I unfortunately had to remove it from both copies from the deck. So I only have so the only level 1 fire monsters I have in this deck are Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eyes Poplar, and Snake Eyes Birch. Oak is banned, which is kind of stupid. So yeah, obviously I'm going to add Birch. And then I'm going to chain Flamber's effect to special summon Poplar from spell traps on defense. Which, by doing so, I can activate the effect of add this to my hand. And me adding this to my hand is going to be very important. Now they're gonna do like that. And this is why I say they're not the normal, like, Dragon Maid player. Like, they're playing stuff like this in the deck, which, again, you know, whatever. Then they're gonna fusion summon use that. Them going for Flamberge was honestly a good play. Because had they targeted Snake Eyes Diabellstar, like, they would have lost. But I'm unfortunately going to do this. They're going to do that, negate. Which sucks for me. Then they're going to get House back on the field. House Dragon Maid on the field. Special summon a Dragon Maid monster. Do that. Yeah, they're basically just making sure they're basically just making sure I can't do much anything. But because I had that, I used that. They didn't use their House Dragon Maid. They got sent to the Spell Trap Zone. Now I'm going to activate that to add to do that. That's going to get negated, unfortunately. And then I'm going to take 2,800. So yeah, they're basically having to rely on mostly burn damage. But I'm going to actually do something I almost never do and Link summon Promethean Princess. Again, you've never seen me Link summon Promethean Princess. Making this one of those rare cases where Promethean Princess is what I have to do if I want to win. Then I'm gonna do that, you know, do the special summoning and all that. Get Flamberge back on the field. Activate Flamberge. Send that. Monster Reborn. Poplar back on the field. Do that. Now I go into battle. Attack with Snake Eyes Diabellstar first, because by doing so I can send Snake Eyes Diabellstar and the monster I attack to the Spell Trap Zone. Which is what allows me to win here. Destroy that. Attack for not exactly game, but almost game. Then do that. And then get Snake Eyes Diabellstar back in the monster zone. They're gonna do that. Get Ash back on the field in defense position just in case. Them going for Poplar was the smart play. However, it's still not going to save them. Because as you see, they have like 500 life points. I'm going to do the stand. I'm going to get rid of that thing on it. Yep. That's not going to do anything for them because I'm going to finish them with Promethean Princess. Again, like I said, rare case where I actually do use Promethean Princess. And it actually paid off. You never see me use Promethean Princess ever. I only really use her when I need her. And there, I kind of did need her. Even though I didn't utilize her effects, but I still did need her. So, at the end of the day, she was still really useful. And now we go on to Trap Tricks again. Excellent starting hand, by the way. Because not only do I already have Trap Trip Garden in my hand, I've also got Pudica and 2 other Trap Tricks monsters. And since I'm going first, I'm gonna go for the Ash Blossom bait. I'm gonna go for the Ash bait. Normal summon. And immediately, frame 1, Ash Blossom. And again, that's not gonna save them. Because again, I've already got Trap Trip Garden in my hand. And then I'm gonna spell Chain Arachnocamphor to spell summon her in defense. Just in case, you know. Now I'm just gonna Trap Trip Garden. Like, show them that, yeah, that's basically me just saying, yeah, you just got baited, dumbass. Nice try. And you know who's coming out? Rafiza, set 1, and turn. Immediately, Dark Ruler no more. That is crazy. What this does is it basically negates the effects of all face-up monsters the opponent controls. I only control Rafflesia, so Rafflesia is the only monster that's going to get negated. But it's not going to matter because I had Trap Trick in my starting hand. I'm going to chain it. And I think I banished, do like I did last, I banished one of my bottomless trap hold. Yep. And set my other bottomless trap. Yep. Magician Souls. It's another Dark Magician player. So you know they're gonna try to immediately frame 1. Get Dragoon on the field. You know, if they're like doing stuff like Tamias and stuff, you know they're going to try to go for Dragoon immediately. That's how you know. And luckily, this is how you stop Dragoon from coming out. Obviously going to Tamias, then I'm going to immediately frame 1 bottomless their Tamias, which, yep. As soon as that happened, they knew they couldn't get Dragoon on the field. Because they had 0 cards, they had no cards left in their hand. So there's no way they were going, and with Tamias banished, they were not going to be able to do anything at that point. So, they couldn't get Dragoon on the field, therefore they lost. And even if they were able to get Dragoon on the field, they wouldn't have been able to negate my monster's effect, even though they would have done nothing anyway. Destroy my monster, do burn damage, and all that. And even then, my Trap Tree Garden would have defended my Rafflesia anyway. So it's like... So yeah, there's nothing they were going to be able to do, so they lost. They were not winning. And now the last one for the video. Toy box in my... Okay, let me be honest. The hand you see right here is what is called... It's called a God hand. And the reason why it's called a God hand is because pretty much everything in this hand you see, except for this Ash Blossom, I am going to use. I am going to use every card in my hand except this Ash Blossom. And obviously, if you know White Forest, you know what the play is first. Obviously, Toy Box, set Toy Soldier, and Toy Tank face down, and Spell and Trap Zone. Set Solemn and Woes of the White Forest face down. Activate a stun effect, sending Toy Soldier to the graveyard to special summon Rusia from the deck. Activate Toy Soldier, special summon Toy Soldier from the graveyard. Activate that. Add White Forest monster or a Toy Box from the deck to the hand. Activate Silver Effect to send a Toy Tank from the face down to the graveyard. Draw a card. I also don't think I activate this effect Veiler either. If I remember, I don't think I correct everything correctly. I don't think I get effect Veiler on used either. Then because Toy Tank was sent to the graveyard, I can special summon Toy Tank in defense. But, you know, it's turn 1, I'm playing White Forest, get Barone on the field. End turn. Woes, obviously special summon White Forest monster from death. LZ, which honestly I think might have been the right choice. This is Labyrinth! Yeah, I'm playing fucking against Labyrinth. And here's the thing too. The reason why I said this is a god hand is because if you know Labyrinth requires face down cards to be flipped, especially something like Lady Labyrinth, Lovely Labyrinth, all that kind of stuff. The hand I had stops literally all of that. So this hand I drew was absolutely nuts. This hand was nuts. So yeah, they're gonna do this. Special summon Labyrinth monster. But because I got Barone on the field, I'm going to negate it. And because it gets negated, they get no Labyrinth monster special summon to the field. Then they go, obviously 2 face downs. And when I was playing this, I like almost 3 in the morning a few nights ago, earlier in the week. I'm like, really? That's it? What kind of Labyrinth player are you? This is pathetic. And I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna beat your ass. Activate Normal Summon. Obviously, Forbidden Droplet. I don't think I used either. Barone to destroy this. Then they're gonna do this, which is going to try to get my monsters to face down defense position. But again, if you look, I have Solemn Judgment face down on the field. And you know I'm going to Chainsaw Judgment, which is going to make me lose half my life points. However, it is 4,000 life points well spent, because it's going to completely just negate their play. Meaning they have nothing on the field anymore. They have nothing on the field. Now I'm just gonna go and do this, you know, the standard stuff. You know, standard White Forest stuff again. Do that. Activate. Draw a card. Activate. Add a White Forest monster from the deck to the hand. Synchro Summon! Chaos Angel! And at this point, like, they knew they lost. They knew they lost. Do 6,500 attack. Set Forbidden Droplet, you know, just in case. And that's Labyrinth once again beaten. So not only was that Malice beaten by a White Forest, but that's also Labyrinth beaten by a White Forest. I say that playing meta requires zero skill zero skill, because again, if you're playing meta, it's almost always guaranteed a win. You're almost always guaranteed to win. It's literally any moron can use a meta deck and win. But the hand I had, that was insane. Against a Labyrinth player, no less. That is crazy. There is nothing they're going to be able to do. That's nuts. That is nuts. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I'll probably like record, commentate over this video to this one tomorrow. You know, because I missed a couple days this week, which I'm sorry for. So I'm probably going to do this. Record, commentate over this, and record it tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Take care.